Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the AVA podcast. Ripper is the one currently just staring at the screen, and I am the one psycho. Will be your host for the next about hour and a half as we journey through
Let's take you
ASMR.
on a journey of ASMR.
No, today we have a kind of a fun one planned. We're going to be talking about kind of the dark side of Twitch, unfortunately. I'm just going to quickly close down this chat window actually right here.
Sure.
That way
a little more darker, a little more, not darker,
really darker.
more deeper of a discussion, just more experiences on Twitch and what we've noticed.
Exactly.
And what we don't want you to fall into when you're a streamer. Just a couple, we already did like tips and tricks for Twitch, but this is more of what pitfalls that you shouldn't fall into.
Yeah, and another thing also is a lot of times I feel, this is going to be the opening thing, I feel like a lot of times when people say stream on Twitch, or become a Twitch streamer, or even become a YouTuber, they leave out a lot of different things to be worried about when you first start out. And that's kind of what we just want to talk about, of like, it's a lot of people talk about like the highs of Twitch, but not a lot of people talk about the lows. And so that's what we're going to be just talking about today a little bit here. So yeah,
For sure.
my opening thing I wanted to just talk about is...
Got the points list, let's get it.
Well, I don't really have a points list, actually. I just have a couple of different things. Like, yeah, with anything, these are, again, we're more of a topical podcast. We're not really an informational podcast. And with things like Twitch, we've been in Twitch for nearly a year now and been in the Twitch side of like the community for over 2 years now. So like, yeah, we've been in the community for a while. So these are different things just coming in that we've noticed that are like, as a Twitch streamer to watch out for.
And some of this stuff might not happen to you, but it's still good to know.
It's just good to be like giving you a heads up of we're not going to be talking, like, we're going to talk a little bit about mental health stuff, but we again are not psychiatrists. We have not psychiatrists.
Psychiatrist. Well,
Psychiatrist. We're not trained in mental health areas.
No.
If you do need mental health, please, I know everybody says it, but get somebody to help you. Like, I can attest to it. Like, don't go through it by yourself. There are people out there who do want to help. Tell your family, tell your friends. Like,
they are willing to help you.
Exactly. And I think that's a perfect area to start off with. Twitch dumping. This has gotten really, really bad.
Twitch dumping. Okay. Tell me some more about this. What is qualified as Twitch dumping?
So if you don't know what Twitch dumping is, it's like where you go into somebody's Twitch chat and immediately start just dumping all of your own problems onto the Twitch streamer.
Okay.
And like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be sometimes a good thing of like when you need somebody to talk to, but then it's just these random people, they follow you and their first message, my cat died, my dog is dying, my house is burning down, and like all of these, like, they don't even know who you are, and they're literally just dumping their entire life story on you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Twitch dumping is.
I think another word for it is trauma dumping. I think is another word for it.
Yeah, I think that's the word. I just called it
Twitch dumping, trauma dumping. It's kind of the same. They're practically the same thing.
But like, as a streamer, a lot of times streaming is like our safe place. Like, we do it because it's fun, it's enjoyable for us.
Indeed.
And we're not there, like, as I feel this is going to be taken out of context here, we're not there to help people with their problems.
True.
We're not psychiatrists. We're not, as a Twitch streamer, we're there to create entertainment. We're like, if you're going through a rough time and just need something to be distracted from it, Twitch is great for that.
Yeah.
But we're not there to
it's almost I know it's kind of crazy to say, but it's a world without the world. Like, it's a separate area where life's problems don't necessarily need to be on it. Like, sure, there's streamers who do like world problems, like there's Hassan and Abi who talk about politics and stuff like that, and they bring other actual world stuff into it. But Twitch necessarily isn't that. Twitch is a entertainment platform. Like would
YouTube.
you, if you were on a TV show, would you walk up to the host, tell them all these problems, and let's say it's just a fun TV show, would you do that?
Like,
I don't think so.
I feel like I'm being this really rude about saying this, but like,
yeah.
we're as a Twitch streamer, and this is going to be another point I'm going to get into later. We don't know, even people that have been in chat for months, we don't know what you look like. Like,
True.
because of just, we only can see as a Twitch streamer the words that people place in chat.
It doesn't mean we don't want to get to know you.
No, it doesn't mean that we don't want to get to know you, but we don't. When somebody dumps something like that, you make them feel bad for you, but there's nothing we can do because we don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
There's
True.
nothing, like, as much as you just dump and, like, expect somebody to help you with it, we can't really, because there's no way of actually being able to ever help you, because everybody has a different situation.
Okay,
And, like,
so for a streamer, how would they get past this? How would they...
it's really hard when somebody comes into your chat and just starts dumping, because it throws off your entire vibe. Like,
For sure.
we had somebody the other day come in and, like, start doing these really weird things, like 2 minutes after following, and they brought in, like, drama from another streamer. They brought in a whole ton of other weird stuff, and it ruins the vibe for a good hour to 2 hours.
That's true.
Because it takes you a while to just shake off, because a lot of times they're putting a lot of depressive stuff on you.
True.
And when you read it, you can't unread it.
Yeah.
And so
I
it's just
agree.
one of those things where as soon as you read it, it just kind
It
of
really
in the
brings
back.
down your day. Agreed. Yeah.
And it's not. I was gonna say it's not their fault, but yeah, it is their fault for doing it. And maybe I know some people like to do it because they enjoy seeing a streamer in discomfort.
True.
Like, I know some people just do it as a troll. But, like, a Twitch streamer, a good one, is there to help you, like, sure, sometimes a streamer can legitimately help you get through your problems, but they're mainly there for just giving you an entertainment,
Yeah.
giving you something to distract you from, or
I'd
giving
say
you a good time.
99.999% of streamers are there just for entertainment purposes.
Exactly. I would actually say it was slightly higher than that.
99.9999999.
Almost all out there are for entertainment. Even ones
True.
like Hassan Abi, where they're doing about real world issues, they're still doing it in a
They're doing
issue
it
to
as a
distract
news
you.
form, like a information news kind of thing.
Something to give you a distracting from your
They're there
your
to
cur-
show their own biases and purposes and like stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's not really your problems. It's more of their ideas on world problems.
but it's still a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
But, like,
For sure.
I do agree there is a lot of different things, and part of I think why some people legitimately do Twitch dumping is, especially when you're struggling with something, it's really hard to talk to somebody in real life.
True.
Like, it is, for me personally, I've went through multiple different things. Probably won't talk about it on this podcast. But it is the hardest thing to say to somebody, look, I need help. But
Yeah.
you can do all you want online, and it's not going to help you in real life.
True.
The
It
best-
might give you a good feeling for like
10
I don't know,
minutes.
10 minutes, maybe a day, maybe if you can get to that. But it's not gonna help you in the
No.
long run.
The
It's
best
really not.
thing you can do for help is getting help. Like, yeah.
And for somebody coming into your chat when just trauma dumping, like, what would be the best way to tell somebody not to trauma dump? Like, what would be the best way in your
There's two different sides. One is as soon as they do it, you have to ban them or time them out as soon as they start doing it, and because they're going to continue on.
opinion? Yeah.
And just give them a few, like, time them out, give them like 5 minutes, and then that way you can able to say your side of the equation of like, hey, look, I know you're going through a rough time here, but I can't help you at all. Go talk to somebody who can legitimately help you. You can dump all you want in the chat, but at the end of the day, all you're going to do is either make people upset at you for ruining the vibe, or make it weird for the streamer.
Yeah.
Or the other option is just legitimately, if you can get them to stop spamming. Like, sometimes they'll literally not stop if you ask them to. So that's why you'll have to time them out.
Yeah.
Or the other option is just being like, thank you for telling me, while they're still typing it. Like, but try and be able to be like, get them to stop while they're still doing it. I would go with the timeout first and just give them a reason of like why you timed them out. And then just be like, I timed you out for this reason. That way, if they are putting in another message, they don't click send while you're talking to them, and it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as somebody puts in like, hi, I followed you, but my cat's dead and my dog's dying and my goldfish is getting run over by a Zamboni.
That would be pretty impressive for all that to happen in one day. But you know what?
I don't know
Stuff
how
happens.
a goldfish would be in a Zamboni. Probably little Timmy threw it over the glass, but hey,
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? But
And then, of course, some of this also bleeds into parasocial relationships. I mean, it could be.
that
What
is the
happens if?
biggest
What happens
word I've
if
heard
this
you
is a
say in a while. I'm just gonna say that.
Pardon me?
Parasocial relationship. That is the biggest word I've heard you say in a long time.
Okay. Anyway,
The last one that you
what
said
if
that was
it's
over 3 syllables.
parasocial relationships? Wow, that is a lot of syllables. Anyway, what happens if this person in question isn't somebody new, or is somebody actually who's been in your chat for a very long time, or has like just been there for a very
That's actually a good thing to
a
say.
long. Pardon me?
I'm gonna again say it like
Would you time them out? Like even if they were like one of the biggest people in your
community. Yeah.
community, biggest.
I would say 2 things. One, if you need somebody to talk to, do it over DMs. Do
Yeah.
not send it via Twitch chat, because then you're just looking for attention a little bit.
True.
Like if you're a member of a community for a long time and you need somebody help from somebody, send it to them in a DM instead of putting them in the awkward position of on stream.
Yeah.
Like that would be a better way of doing it. But there's legitimate reasons of like why somebody would feel safe to come to a streamer and be like, I need help for this.
Especially if they've been there for a while and you've been like,
Oh yeah.
you know them actually, like you don't actually know them,
But
but
you've-
you know, feel like
You've known them for like 5 years on Twitch or something.
Yeah, something
or
like
a
that.
really long time. I would
Yeah.
say I would first go into DMs and talk to them over DMs,
Mm-hmm.
or even bring them into a voice call or something like that.
Yeah, one thing interesting that I find is people actually spend more time talking to streamers than they would to actual people. So that's why I think the parasocial relations, like you don't actually know the person, but you've been there forever. Like that's where I think it gets kind of meshed. Like you don't know them,
But you feel
don't
like
know
you
them
know
face
them.
to face, but like
You've watched
feel
them
like
for
you
so
know
long, you know
Yeah.
what they're like.
Yeah.
And here, another thing
But then
is,
again, you don't know their real life. You don't know what they're actually like. If I couldn't tell you zip about what Nick Merckx likes to eat for breakfast,
well, he's
I
probably
couldn't
said
tell
it
you-
in one of his streams, but
he
like,
could have said it in one of his streams, but I wouldn't know. I've been watching him for a year now. I don't know.
And another thing I'm gonna say is like, this is gonna also come across really weird, but I'm just gonna say it and then I'm gonna dissect what I said. When you tell a streamer something, even if you've been with them a really long time, or you've talked to them, all that stuff, they still don't know you.
True.
This is another thing I'm actually gonna talk about in a minute here.
Doesn't mean they
again-
don't want to know you.
No, as a streamer, I want to know everybody in my chat. But we could be in different countries, and I can't help you because I don't know what you're like. You may have watched us for a really long time, but at the end of the day, I'm not even sure what the color of your hair is, much less the color of your eyes. I can't. Everybody's situation is different, and when you're talking to a streamer and you legitimately need help, the best thing I can tell you is there are people that know you and care about you in real life.
Yeah.
Tell them.
And
I
then-
can't help at all. I
Yeah.
can give you advice, but I can't help you fix your problems. And my computer just shut down, so 1 second. I'm just gonna flick my screen here.
Oh, good. Okay. What? So I'm just gonna go back to your one thing about timing them out. One thing we streamers are very scared of doing is
God,
making a
just fix
bad
it.
situation worse. Like, what happens if they say that and they just need help and you time them out and you end up making
I know
the
that's why I
situation
said
worse?
I'm more meaning of like they've followed the first day, like the first minute, and that's their first message.
Yeah, well, even for a first message person, you don't want to make the situation worse.
I know.
We're afraid of doing that. Let me finish. We're afraid of doing that, but why would we be afraid of doing that? Why should we be afraid of doing that?
My thing as a streamer, first and foremost, you have to protect your health as a streamer, your sanity, because sometimes you're going for live for like 6 hours, maybe like even 2 hours.
Sometimes even longer than a full-time job.
Yeah. And if something that comes in ruins your ability to be able to think or entertain, it's affecting you in the long run of more people coming in later. And so that's why I'm like, timing out's the best option. Like, it's probably the first option that you're going to think of in the moment of. Is just timing them out and then being able to get your side of the message out before they can put in another message. That's why I said just a quick 5-minute timeout or even a 1-minute timeout. That way you can get the message out of your chat and just be able to address them directly. Like, the reason why I'm saying that is almost everybody who started doing weird things in our chat has not stopped when we've asked them to.
True.
Like, you have to put your actions in first of just being like, I'm just going to time you out for a second here. Maybe even start before you time them out. See if they can get in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna explain your reasons why though. Maybe if you're a streamer of a couple million or a couple thousand or a couple hundred, you won't be able to do that. But like for a streamer under 40 viewers, your chat's not moving that fast.
Yeah.
Like,
even for a person who has 100 viewers or 200 viewers, it's not that hard. But
I'm just saying it like this way. Like, if somebody came into your job and said that to your face, you're going to have to slow their roll of like, I can't help you at all. Like, as much as I want to. And that's what I'm comparing it to in real life. It's like, there are legitimately people. There's the thing of when you can be a listening ear to their problems, but you can't help them fix it. And you just have to tell them that of, I know you have problems right now. I can't help you fix it.
Is it sometimes, though, it's more they want somebody as a listening ear than somebody who will actually solve their problems? Is that a
That
case?
is another reason. Another thing I also think it is instead of them actually wanting their problem solved, sometimes it's just they want people to feel bad for them. Like, that's another reason. I think especially a lot of times of trauma dumping on Twitch, it's just people want a reason for them to have like a self-pity party of like sometimes people really do need help. Other times they just want other people to join in their sorrow.
And again, I will restate, if you do need help and you're listening to this podcast right now, go get help. Ask a family member.
Friends,
ask your
family.
doctor.
If you're in school, a teacher will more than want to help you.
A teacher, a principal, anybody, a close
Probably
friend.
not a principal, because
anybody
in a principal's office.
Well, yeah. Anyway, anybody, like, just get help. Strongly suggest. If you just can't get over something, or you're really feeling really
or you
down,
just
or you're
really
depressed,
need somebody to talk to,
or you just
go to somebody in real life, because it's gonna feel better than just over a chat message. Because as much as you can see the streamer's face,
they can't see yours.
they can't see you, and that's the next thing I want to talk about. Chat. I love the fact that I can be able to see people from around the world and like get to know what they're like and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just 4 lines of text.
True.
Maybe 5. If you're a paragraph writer, maybe like 20 lines. But all I can ever see is text and all the emotion we can get from as a streamer. And this is something to legitimately worry about when you're first starting off streaming. It is extremely hard when you're streaming to not know what anybody's like. Like when somebody first comes into your community and starts vibing out with you, you can see it a lot of times in a lot of a smaller Twitch streamer. They don't know what to make of you.
Yeah. They're scared. I would say most of them are scared.
Oh yeah, I would say
we were scared when we first started streaming.
Even now, there's a lot of times where somebody follows, starts chatting, and like, I don't know what you're going to be like.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now. Are you going to turn out to be a sexist homophobe? I don't know. But you just got to keep up that energy and be like, yo, welcome to the community, because they could be literally the best person that come into your community ever.
Oh yeah.
And then again, they could be the worst person that come into your community ever. That's also where you keep your walls. You don't just be welcome to the
sell
stream,
yourself
gift you
a little
subs,
bit,
like anything, you know. You just got to be open, but you also got to be a little reserved.
But
be a little
there's the difference thing of like,
don't get too attached.
I don't know. You can get attached to people online, but I'm just gonna put it this way.
It's dangerous to get attached.
Oh yeah,
to people
it's definitely dangerous
because they don't really know you.
Like what I said, it's just lines of text. All we have to tell emotion is caps, exclamation, emojis, and a question mark. Forget periods. Nobody uses them on Twitch.
Or commas.
Yeah, nobody uses those on Twitch. It makes it really hard to read a really long message in one going when you're sitting there like. But yeah, we don't know what your even people's profile picture, if they have one. It's normally like an anime character or something like that, or some sort of like sunset. Like, we don't know what you're like. And so that's what I love about when you can play like community games, or even if you have a selfie section in your Discord, being able to put a face to somebody's name or a voice to somebody's name makes it much more different.
Much more humanized.
It makes you, because some days it legitimately can feel like you're talking to a robot. Like, I'm not lambasting anybody at this, but like, when I cannot, this is why I don't like following or rating a streamer without a camera, because you could be anybody. And there's no interaction. I feel like I'm literally watching a robot play. Like,
True.
As much as your voice you could have the best sounding voice in the world, But
Yeah.
if I don't have something to put with the voice, you might as well just be a robot or something else. Like, yeah. There's the part of when you're a Twitch streamer and you're spending hours streaming, you lose out on so much human interaction. You lose a lot of the humanity of people when you're just sitting there staring at a screen.
True.
Like, as much as you're a real person sitting there and typing, we're a real person sitting there and reading what you said. It's like when you read an author's book, you can feel connected to that author, but you don't have a relationship with them. You don't really know them too well.
Yeah.
And it's just the part of streaming where a lot of your day, even when you're playing with people online, they're still online. They're still in another room in another part of the world. They have their own lives. And this is a scary thought. How many % of the world's population do we actually ever get to know?
True.
Like, there are billions. There's like 7 billion people out there.
Yeah.
And if you think of it this way, we maybe know like 5 people well, and maybe are on good enough terms to call like another 100 people friends. That's like 105 people out of
7
billion.
Yeah.
So
and
like,
then on Twitch streaming,
you can
they
have like,
believe that they know you. Yeah.
so like, I'm just going to use this as an example. When you're a streamer of sitting there of 50,000 people, you can get to know them as much as you can. And that's why I think one of Nick Burke's biggest things is he knows his community members so well because he gets to see them. He's met them at his events.
Yeah.
So it's less of a just, I get to see people's usernames. It's more of a, I get to know what this person actually is. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I
When you're
agree.
streaming all day and
I
all you
agree.
get to see is people's names.
Yeah. It's a scary thought. It's a scary thought, and I wholeheartedly agree.
Like, I love streaming and getting to know people from all around
Agreed.
the world. Like, I think
Agreed.
that's one of the best parts of going live every day. But there's also the other part is...
But it takes a while to grow a relationship with somebody on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while.
And most people aren't going to want to continue that relationship. Like, once you lose your mystery, they're going to go on to the next streamer.
Yeah. True.
And you have to be prepared for that. Like, you can spend days getting to know people, or even months, years. And then once they view you as no longer entertaining, or once they view you as, like, they just don't want to watch you anymore, or something could happen in their life that they could delete Twitch.
Yeah.
Or they just are done with online stuff for now, they're going to move on. And so, like, this is another thing that I kind of find a little bit hard when it's just somebody's view there. There's legitimately people that I wonder how they're doing today.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to name their names, but there was another brother duo that we played with once. And I have not seen or heard from him in nearly a year now. I wonder how he's doing. I know he was starting a family. Yeah, he was looking for a job. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a year. And the part of me that, like, yeah, I want to send him a DM, but I don't know if he ever checks Instagram. But yeah, like, I enjoy getting to know people.
And that's a sad thought, to be honest. Like, people come and go every single day.
Exactly. And as a Twitch streamer, you're still going to be there. And you could go live one day as a streamer of 7,000 viewers, and nobody could decide to show up that day.
True. You could literally... One day can change an entire Twitch streamer's entire career path.
Oh, yeah.
One day. One bad day, one good day.
Or even the game that he plays. Like,
don't-
I'm not
they-
going to... Like, here's
No
the
streamer has a choice of whether you will watch them. Let's just get that completely out of the way. We cannot tell all of XQC's viewers, you now watch us and they'll watch us. No, we cannot. You are the ones who make streamers.
The
You
viewer.
as a Twitch streamer. But
even
you
if
as
you're
a
watching
Twitch
this
viewer.
on YouTube.
But doesn't give you power over the streamer to be dump stuff on them or to believe you know them personally. No, it's just you're there, you appreciate their content, you
And you get to hang
appreciate
out with them.
Yeah.
Like,
Slowly over time.
I'm going to put it this way. Streaming is a riskier business than doing gambling for a living.
True.
The game that you could play could shut down, and nobody wants to watch you anymore because you could, like, think of it this way. How many PUBG streamers that were top of the PUBG category are now still relevant now that PUBG has kind of died off? Like,
I know
look at
only
Warzone.
one.
Like, pardon me?
I know only one.
Halifax?
Halifax.
Yeah, Halifax is a legitimate fun streamer. And, like, look at Warzone. Warzone, if people still continue on that ship, it could die off, and they could become, like, a streamer with 5 viewers.
True.
And they could have had 10,000. I'm going to use, like, any big game, like Dodgeball City. There were some streamers, Knockout City, sorry, that were really up there on the category. I'm just doodling on, making little graphs right here, that were really high up there in the rankings.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, though, because the game's kind of died off in popularity, they've also died off. But, like I said,
it's
kind of scary. Like, thankfully, we don't do this for a living yet. Hopefully, one day we can. But at the end of the day, you have to know and have to play it smart of every decision you make, every choice you have.
And sometimes, I know it's weird to say as a streamer, and this is a bit of the dark side of Twitch, you're going to have to play games sometimes you don't want to.
Exactly.
If it's either it's a hashtag ad or your viewership likes that specific game, sometimes you're going to have to play that game.
Exactly. And other times...
Doesn't mean you're forced to.
No.
But in order for, like, a streamer who does it for a career...
Yeah, you're going to have to accept the money to play the game. Like, I'm just going to use this as an example. I've not been impressed at Apex Legends in a while now. I'm going to go back for the next season and give it another shot, but I'm going to put everything that I've had about Apex Legends, all of my problems that I've had with it, I'm just going to throw it out the window and enjoy myself when the new season comes off. I've gave myself a couple months break. I'm coming back with a fresh thought. Every time when you play a game, you have to take any doubt. Because when you're playing a game, especially if you're a game streamer, it's different if you're an IRL streamer or something like that. When you play a game for so many hours, you're going to get burnt out of it.
Okay.
You're going to have to very much so manage your energy, manage your chat's reactions to the game, and just ultimately do what you're going to have fun with. So, sure, say I'm going to use Fortnite as an example. Say you're a Fortnite streamer and you legitimately don't like Fortnite right now. It's okay to take a break from it.
Yeah.
As a streamer, give yourself a break. Tell your community you're taking like a 2-week break from it. Play some other games and come back to the game with a new set of eyes.
Yeah.
You'll feel better about it in the long run.
Agreed.
And like, yeah, I've given myself and the reason why I gave myself a couple months break from Apex, I'm not a big fan of FPS shooters. Just I don't enjoy playing them.
Yep.
Just bad memories playing them, and all that stuff. And I grew up playing third-person view games. So I feel better playing a third-person view kind of game than I do a first-person. That's just style of game I enjoy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, what is our third point?
What was that point even? I feel like we went into an
that point was kind of a jangle of like 3 or 4 points,
we talked
but
about
also
chat,
it was
like,
kind of interesting.
But like one thing I do have to say,
with everything
I'm just gonna close out that last chat thought. I do love it when people come into your community and they are genuine vibes and you can have fun. And like it is so much fun getting to hit that go live button and just being able to chat with people, hang out, talk about stuff. It is legitimately, but if you do need, like, I'm just going to put it out this way. If you're the kind of person that feels validation in being around people, like if you enjoy being around people or having a lot of friends or something like that, I would stay away from Twitch streaming because it's not going to fill any void, or go into it knowing that you're still going to have human interaction. Because as much as there are real people on the other side of your Twitch chatting, you won't be able to feel that on the other side of the screen. Like, I would love it if our streaming was like, you could literally see their face as well while you're streaming. Then you could gauge reactions. Like what I did the other day when we played with Blazer, I left his stream up in the corner.
Yeah.
That way, when we're having a conversation, sure, it's like 5 seconds delayed, but I was able to see his reactions a little bit more. Yeah. And that way I'm like, oh, so this is what it's a little bit more like. And it felt less like you're just talking to somebody on the other side. You're able to see their face. You're able to see their reaction. Sure, with a 5-second delay, but it was like if you're talking to somebody through a mirror.
Yeah.
Through
a mirror.
Yeah, like when you're looking at a mirror and somebody else is in a mirror and you're talking through the mirror. Have you ever done that?
No.
Okay, it's actually kind of fun.
That sounds illegal, but okay.
No, like if you're talking to somebody and there's a mirror in the room and you're talking to them and they're talking to you, but you're both looking through the mirror, It's actually rather fun to do.
Oh, now I see what you're saying. Okay.
No, I'm not going to shove somebody behind a mirror.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know if that's legal. Okay.
No.
All right.
Like, yeah, just as a note, out of all of these things we're talking about, it is just the difficulties of being a Twitch streamer. It's not like we're complaining. We chose this, and we could quit it at any moment if we didn't like it. That is another possibility too. Like, I'm as much as I say this, I'm giving people more of a warning, because I feel like we talk about the highs of Twitch so much, or the highs of content creation. We don't talk about the lows at all.
Yeah.
Or if we do, people don't really heed them.
Yeah.
Like, I see a lot of big creators talk about it.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of... One quote that I found from Mr. Beast, which honestly, I know it's a Mr. Beast quote. It was in a podcast, or must have been something like that. I just found it on YouTube Shorts. Don't judge me. It was, why as creators do when one person makes a mistake, why do we keep it hidden? We could tell another 5 creators of the mistake we made. We all learn from it as creators and keep moving and growing. And then when another creator makes a mistake, they tell all the other of the 5 creators, and they all grow together because they're learning from each other's mistakes. I'm going to call out one last thing I'm going to say. We got involved in a really bad idea at the beginning. It was supposed to be this really good streaming clique, and it turned so toxic. We only have 5 people from that original 50 followers that are still following us. And they all followed before 300 and 200 followers. So I'm not going to say that they followed just to spite people. But this is the next topic I want to talk into. Followers. Like, going from my story that I just said, out of that original streaming community was pitched as an idea where streamers can go along and help each other along. We quickly realized after a couple of months, if you weren't watching that streamer who set up the group, or if you weren't in their streamer because they had a partnered streamer that they had in that special Discord, or if you weren't watching that special streamer, there was nothing in that Discord for you. Like, as much as they would say, if you need tech help, put it in. You would put in tech help that you need. They give you a YouTube video. I could search for a YouTube video to try and find my tech help. I wanted somebody to be able to be like, actually, like, sure, I feel respect of like they looked for a YouTube video, but at the same time, when you go for tech help, it's normally because you've already tried that YouTube video. Like,
True.
You're trying to find somebody else's idea or angle that you can try.
True.
And then, like, their idea of everybody follows each other. Well, everybody did follow each other. And again, we've lost nearly 45 followers from that group. They don't, when something like that happens, like, I want to one day try and make a group like that. That would actually work well. But when something like a group like that happens, they are normally formed by somebody who wants to be at the top. And once that person's no longer being up at the top or the most in views, it's going to fall apart quickly.
And the group leaders of that clique did do that.
They used a lot of...
We stopped watching them for like a week because we were busy. That was it.
And I also quit watching Warzone streamers as well. And that clip was primary Warzone. But
it's just be careful of what you join. Be careful of...
And also be careful of who you put your... like, I feel with followers, like when you see your followers, it hurts when you see somebody has unfollowed. It's a little bit of a bite. And I don't put any faith in follow. Like, I put faith... Let me rephrase that. I don't like seeing follow numbers. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if people are following. I couldn't care less if people are watching. I don't care about those numbers. Because the more you care about the numbers, the more depressed or more upset you're going to be.
True.
I like, though, it's still a little bit of a zing when somebody... Because here's the thing. A follower is free. When somebody does not even like you enough to leave a free follow, and they think you're up there enough to be deserving of an unfollow, I think that's the ultimate... Not the ultimate sham, but it's the ultimate slap in the face. Like, you're basically telling somebody you're not even worth a follow. You're worth less than free.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I think when somebody unfollows somebody, it's the ultimate, like, there's people who have unfollowed us. I still follow them because I can't bring myself to... I can't bring myself to be that person. One I did, 2 I did actually because one of them sent a very weird DM. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to unfollow you and block you because I do not want another DM like that. But, okay.
Very strange.
But, like,
Very,
what are
very
your
strange.
thoughts on followers?
Followers, yeah. In the long run, followers, they come and they go.
Mm-hmm.
They come and they go. It's unfortunate to see them go. It's awesome when they come, but ultimately you gotta keep it all yourself focused on just having fun.
Exactly.
That's
And I'm just giving
It's-
people of, like,
it's sad and it's depressing when they unfollow,
oh, yeah.
but
It definitely stings. But you can't be the reason why you start or stop.
yeah,
Like, if your one reason to be starting off streaming is followers,
yeah,
Twitch is not a good place to do that.
no,
It is a hard to fight for a follower. Go on Instagram, go on TikTok,
yeah,
and post funny little videos, and then you'll get followers.
yeah,
That's the best way of doing it. Twitch is not one of those places, nor is YouTube. Both of those ones are, I'm going to say, Twitch is very oversaturated in creators. It is very hard when you're scrolling, because there's no algorithm, to get noticed by anyone. You have to be lucky as if that person is looking for a new streamer to watch the second you go live, or your thumbnail gets put on somebody's For You page and they click on it.
yeah,
Those are the 2 ways on Twitch. Same thing with YouTube. YouTube has billions, probably billions of accounts, millions of people who actually upload videos.
yeah,
The chance of somebody finding your video is still very small. So if you're doing something like, if all you want is to be one of those people that have 1,000 followers,
yeah,
Twitch and YouTube are not the places.
no,
You should go to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Don't buy yourself
Facebook.
on any of those accounts because that's just not fun.
no.
And I don't know why I have a can of compressed air behind me, but apparently I do. But yeah, I see a lot of people starting streaming as a chance to get lots of views, a lot of people following them, a lot of people noticing them.
And I guess that bleeds into a sense of self-validation, like, oh, I did this by myself. Wow, I'm awesome, kind of thing. But
It's
really,
not a good reason to start at all.
no, it's a very almost toxic reason to start.
It's a kind of a very overinflated thing of your own self-worth. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to put it this way. There's no reason why someone should watch us. There's legitimately no reason why. There's no reason why someone should listen to this podcast.
True. Or watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
No reason. But
Product
if you
placement.
are watching,
We
hit
thank
the
you.
like and subscribe button and hit that follow button on
Okay, you're just going
Spotify.
to go into that. But no, like, there's literally no reason why somebody should watch you.
True.
If you think of it this way, they have their own time to use. And if you, it is the ultimate, not the ultimate, but it is extremely nice when somebody cares enough to tune in. But there's no reason why they shouldn't. Like, why should they give you a chance when they could go watch Nick A30?
True.
Why should they give you, when they already have creators they know and love? Why should you, and that's something you should think about. Why should somebody watch you? And if you're going to say gameplay, you're going to have to make sure you have amazing tier gameplay. I'm meaning like
Yeah.
better, if not even amazinger than the top of that category. And
True.
amazinger right now is not a word. And if your personality, then you're going to have to really work on, and we've even failed up on this week, I would feel like, because I've been exhausted this week and I haven't been able to give people the full taste of my personality.
True.
And it's been a rough week for me personally I'm not going to again mention it on this podcast, but it's just this week and my birthday week, I've never really liked this week in the last couple of years. It's just not been a very nice, but
Yeah.
I've let it kind of bleed into my little bit of my on stream time. I haven't been able to give people the best choice or the best view of myself.
Yeah.
And so, like, there's just so much things you have to do of, like, why should someone watch you?
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, we're one of the few duo brothers I've ever seen on Twitch. Like, there's Bonsai, X2. I'm trying to think if there's any other. There might be more, but I haven't heard of them. Oh, Roadie Bros? No.
No, Rhodey isn't. Don't know why he calls himself Rhodey Bros, but
No,
you
he's just Roadie now.
now he's just Rhodey, right? Yeah, okay.
What about Baka Bros?
Baka,
That's who I meant to say. Do they stream?
I don't think they stream together though.
Oh, okay.
I think
But
they
like,
stream under different accounts.
that's one of the things that we're like, we've always enjoyed playing games together, and that's our channel thing, is enjoying playing games together.
Yeah.
I would love in the future to go to a variety IRL streamer instead of just maining one game, but I don't have the money to buy Elden Ring and all the latest games.
Mm-hmm.
So we play the free game. That is ultimately a lot of fun, and I still spend more money on it than I should.
True. Also true. These
Some
are
of it's
also
free.
facts you've got to be worried about. Don't spend too much on a game.
Exactly.
We've done it.
In my
feels
defense,
glorious.
though, it does
but
feel
also
glorious.
is very
In my
bad.
defense, though, I did use Xbox rewards because I was an Xbox player, so I got a lot of it for free.
True.
I've spent nearly $500 on Fortnite, and I've only spent $50 on it in real life money.
True.
So,
Facts. Anyway.
as much as I'm like humble flex, but it's a odd flex, but alas.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
Yeah. So what's our fourth?
I just want to finish off one thing
Okay,
about followers.
go ahead.
And here's the thing: as a Twitch viewer, don't unfollow people just because you're done watching them. It's not a Netflix subscription where you have to cancel it. Like if you're sub to somebody, you can unsub if you're done watching them. Leave yourself followed because it still helps them out.
Yeah, it's still free.
If you
It doesn't
delete
do
your
anything.
account, that's fine. But if like, just leave yourself followed to them because it's ultimately free. And if you really don't like seeing them at the bottom of when you're scrolling to see which streamers you follow, just follow a whole ton more, and then you'll just eventually drown them out in your follower feed.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
And trust me,
unfollow
they
them,
will
though.
appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
They will.
Like I'm thankful for like all 297 of our followers. I'm gonna be thanking each and every one of you at 300. That is personally, I'm gonna thank each one for following, which is gonna be a really long time. I used to do it when we were still at 200 followers, but then my voice couldn't handle it anymore.
We used to
so-
do it at the beginning of every stream.
Oh yeah, and I still
was
know
fun.
everyone who's followed. Actually, I go and make sure I memorize everyone's username.
Yeah.
Once or a few times, like somebody will come in that's changed their username before since I've last memorized it.
Yeah.
But I try and memorize them all, just because BroFam to me isn't just a name; it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I treat everyone as family. Do you have any thoughts on like Dark Side of Twitch? I want to hear your thoughts.
I think we as streamers can get caught up too much in viewers, numbers, and followers and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. I think that's a kind of a deep, dark space that we shouldn't be going to, because then in the long run it will drag your vibes down. What else I'd say is the way. So this was a clip a bit ago, and it was from Tyler Blevin Ninja. He said, in order to grow a following on Twitch, go into a big streamer's chat, drop 100 gifted. No, go into a big streamer's chat, raid them, drop 100 gifted, and then that will grow your following for you. Don't do that. It's a fast track, but it is not the right track. It is a fast track to get viewers, it's a fast track to get followers, but in the long run, they're not there. They're just there because you gifted their favorite streamer
100 followers.
100 gifted, and maybe they just want to say thank you, and then they're going to leave the next second.
Here's another thing.
Money
also.
will get you places, but it will not get you loyalty of a chat.
Money will get you friends, but they're not the kind of friends you want.
True.
That
True.
is, I'm not sure if that was a quote, but it's one thing that was told to me a long time ago, and I still hold true to this day. And it's one of those things of, with being a streamer, the easy way to like cut out the middleman of the grind is spending money on things. So gifting people subs, gifting away skins. And this is why we do give away so very little on our stream, is because people will follow for a giveaway, but they won't stick around. And that's why whenever we do a giveaway, it is a community-focused giveaway, not an open for everyone giveaway.
Yeah.
And that's why I will only use the Stream Elements bot to do our followers, because then you use your tickets that you spent by watching. But like, I've seen streamers who literally gift free nitro, free skins, free stuff like that. As soon as people don't get free stuff, they're gonna either unclick. Like I've seen some streamers that were literally doing giveaways, and they've been at like 20, 30 viewers. They stop doing a giveaway, they go down to 2 viewers.
True.
Like people like free things. And so it's an easy way, sure, if you're at a point in your career where you want to begin playing with bigger creators, it's okay to gift them a few subs to try and get them to notice your DMs.
Yeah.
I would say that's an okay way because they probably have hundreds of people answering DMs or DMing them. But if you're a smaller creator, there's literally hundreds of creators that would love to collab with you or do something with you if you just sit in their community and be a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I wish I could be that kind of person that could go into anyone's chat and just drop 100.
Yeah.
Like I could list like 5 creators I want to do that are literally live right now at the time of this recording.
Here's the deal. That I wouldn't want to do it so I would play with them. I would want to do it
because
I want to be nice. I want to be that.
Exactly.
I want to be that guy who's giving other people a gifted sub to their chat because they're an awesome and amazing creator, and it's like a once in a lifetime awesome thing to do.
Like,
not to get them to play with me though, or not to get them to get their viewers away from them. No.
I would want to do it because I want to support the person, not because.
True.
And also, I feel like when somebody gifts you a sub as a streamer, and they're another streamer, I feel like now because of that clip or because of that, there's the question of your brain: are they just using me to get my viewers? Like there's another time, like still within that society, that weird clique that we were a part of, they used you in order to get your viewers that you earned.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of things that they put out and a lot of things that they said that were very kind of manipulative in order to get something from you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that you've earned on Twitch is people, well, not really earned, but the only thing that you have really on Twitch is your chat.
Yeah.
And that's why you really have to be protective of it, is because they put trust in you enough to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I don't rate a lot of family-friendly creators. I've only done it once, I think.
Maybe once or twice.
Well,
but...
Bonsai are family-friendly if you have a fun family. They're TV14.
Oh, we rated swear. We rated swearing, and we've rated.
But swearing just swears.
Larry.
But like, I'm gonna be very protective because there's a lot of kids I know that watch us that don't have Twitch accounts.
True.
And I respect they're listening to their parents. And before anybody asks of like, how do you know this? I've gotten DMs and messages from kids and their parents of like, be thanking me for being family friendly. But yeah. It's very one of those things you have to protect your community from people that may try and poach it. It's kind of like, yeah. And it's just one of those things of, I love being able to support creators, but I never want to manipulate a creator.
Never.
And I feel like some people, that's opposite for them. They love to be able to manipulate a creator, but they don't like to be able to support.
True.
And that's something that's very shocking.
And once they finally realize they can't get anything from you,
they're going to move on to the next one. And once they've they're like a vampire. Once you don't have anything left to give them, they're going to fly on to the next person, leaving you with pretty well nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not going to say every creator is going to have those people that they're like, oh, I should not have put so much time into them. Don't be one of those people that somebody's eventually going to be like, I should have never put any time into that person.
Yeah.
Like there's people like I legitimately have tried to connect with or like watch or something, and their chat has kind of ruined it. And I'm like, I've left with the feeling of like, why did I try and be nice to that creator?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to be as a Twitch streamer. I want to be nice to everyone.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I feel like when you try and get something from another person, you're kind of depraving them as the basic thing that they are, of another human being having fun. You view them as a means to get over an obstacle.
Yeah.
I feel like this has been a very me-heavy podcast. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying listening to your takes. So,
like, yeah, and the next one's gonna be even more me focused because I've probably done the most amount of research on the metaverse.
I don't freaking know what metaverse really was. I had to ask him last night what it was.
Next podcast.
Because he said it. Pardon me?
I said that's the next podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, I just said next podcast, but I added in that's the next. But yeah.
Very couple points.
And
do
then,
you have another point that you wanted to go across?
No, I was just gonna ask you, do you have another point? And then I do
don't.
have one final one that will get us over the 1 hour mark.
I don't have a point, sorry.
I have one final kind of closing out argument. As much as it is very difficult being a content creator, it isn't just turning on your stream. If you want to do this for a full time, it's not just turning on your stream, playing your video game, and then being done.
True.
there's so much work after stream hours. Like quite literally, I work 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Well, not 8 hours. Sorry. I work about 7 hours a week a couple of times because I do have a job. But then I counted up stream time. We stream for about 4 to 6 hours. Ripper does at least 2 hours of editing.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying for a clip. 2 hours of editing for a 30-second clip.
Okay.
And then
It
you
takes
do
a lot of
about
hours.
2 hours worth of social media managing, of getting social medias.
True.
I do roughly about maybe 2 hours. I do every stream an hour of setup.
True.
That's a little bit of just making sure all of the technology works. And some of it is very jerry-rigged technology that we are using. So I have to make sure it works still. But if you add up all of the time, so say we go for a 6-hour stream, I do 2 hours of editing up or graphic design for a stream, which is very, very conservative. Even Ripper will attest to it. It is a very conservative number.
Very.
2 hours of that, 2 hours of social media stuff. So like TikToks, which we don't use anymore. So YouTube's, uploading, thumbnail design, posting to Twitter, posting to Instagram, thinking of new content.
Yeah.
Plus then you have another 2 hours of... I do some VOD reviews sometimes. I'll watch through our stream and just pick out things that we can improve on. I'm probably not 2 hours, maybe an hour of that. Plus another hour of watching other creators just to see what they do. Like I'm meaning watching other creators strictly from a business of like as a streaming. And this is another tip that we didn't put in. Watch another creator and see what they do that makes them do that. Like watch XQC of like how he does what he does.
Yeah.
Like there's other things that you can use in lessons from another creator. And that's very important to do as a streamer of just being like, I'm going to watch a streamer for an hour. I'm not going to chat. I'm just going to watch him and see what he does and see how he's like and see how he can incorporate things into your, don't rip them off, but see what you can do to learn from another creator of like when you watch an inspirational video or an informational video, learn how you can learn from it.
Yes.
But like back to what I was saying, we probably spend on average 10 to 12 hours just of stream related stuff. And we make less money from it. And not that we're doing it for money either.
No.
But we make less money than working minimum wage in Saskatchewan, which is $10 an hour. It's actually $11.28, but
Yeah.
we make on average from Twitch, and I'm going to pull out these numbers, we make $101 in 6 months of streaming.
True.
The amount of time we put in, the amount of money we put in, is very disproportionate to the amount of money you can make by just going and getting a job. And I'm going to continue to do it because I love what I do. I love streaming. I'm not going to change it for the world.
No.
But it's just something to, when you put if you ever want it to be worth something, you're going to have to put in more hours than what you're willing to take. Literally, I sleep, part of it's insomnia. I sleep for 6 hours a night. Maybe 4, depending on how good of a night bad or good a night it is. But I still get up every day. Some days I go to work. I get off work. I'll do a podcast. I'll edit up something. I'll work on graphic design. Yeah. Or Ripper, he has his own job now. He started his own business. Ripper, Two Bros Lawn Maintenance. If you are in the Edmonton area, free product placement there.
Yeah,
Actually,
sure,
we forgot to
thank
mention
you.
our
I
sponsors,
appreciate
but
that.
we'll do that at the end. But like,
We don't have a sponsor. We do.
it's going to be working on incorporating all parts of life into streaming.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared to sacrifice something.
Yeah. Your life is content.
Exactly. And you're going to have to if you're first starting out streaming, how many hours, like as much as like, I just want to do this for fun. There are no fun time streamers. Fun time streamers will quit after a month. If you're putting any amount of money into streaming, you're going to have to think of how am I going to make it not really profitable, but how am I going to make it? What is the minimum amount of hours I'm willing to spend? And times that by 2, because that'll be the reality of what you're actually going to be spending on content creation. And if you're a younger person, I would say go for it. Go chase that dream. If you're a person that actually your family depends upon you for money, I would say it's not worth the amount of hours that's going to take.
True.
Like, as much as there's going to be the thought at the back of your mind of like, oh, what if I was going to be the next XQC? There's only one XQC.
Yeah.
There's only one Twitch streamer above, on average, 80,000 viewers. And that's XQC.
Well, there's a couple who get like 80,000, but it's
True.
not for a long time.
It's not for their entire stream.
No.
But like, yeah. There are better
crazy.
things to do with your time if you want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to be able to put this as a streamer or even YouTube. I'm even going to include this to YouTube. As a YouTuber or a streamer, you're going to have to think of it this way. What is the best I can do with what I have?
Yeah.
And your best may be another YouTuber's worst.
True.
And you're going to have to be okay with that. And like, and one last tip before we kind of wrap things up for this recording. Slightly shorter of one, but
Yeah. It's all good though.
if you're a first-time streamer, do not ever tell anybody that you're streaming. Even if you have a Discord that has a lot of people, even if you have a lot of family, do not tell them that you're going live. Okay?
Not
Go
for
live.
a bit at least.
Go live and let yourself just figure it out. Because your first 10, 20 streams are going to be so cringe. I'm not going to lie. And people will see that.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to bring up one from our past. We had one stream. We were tired. We started off as Rocket League streamers. And we were playing Rocket League and Apex Legends. Both very bad picks to start off streaming. Especially since we never played those games really before. I'm sorry. That was the worst time we've ever acted on stream. Like, we weren't crude or anything like that, but we weren't ourselves. We were trying to force a reaction from a game that didn't have much reaction. And our parents, or not our parents, sorry, our sisters who are still our mods, literally told us to our face of like, that was not a very good stream.
And be okay with accepting that criticism.
And
we weren't really okay with
No,
accepting that
we thought it was a good stream. I went back and watched it. It was the worst stream we've ever done.
It was bad.
It was
really bad.
It was so bad. We quit Apex Legends and Rocket League for 7 months. I still have never played Rocket League again because that game is.
We'll never touch Rocket League again.
But yeah,
Yeah.
don't ever. And as much as people are gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When somebody's watching you online, your best option of getting good feedback is from your family. People are gonna sugarcoat it online. Like, there's no, as much as somebody's like, I'm going to be completely honest with you and going to grade your work for real, they're just going to tell you what you want to hear. Or even if they do, or even if they really don't like it, they're not going to give you much.
Helpful criticism.
Well, it could be helpful criticism, but you're not going to value it as much as somebody from your family.
True.
Like, for all I know, Mr. Beast could be watch one of our podcasts in one of these years, and he could give us tips, but it wouldn't be as meaningful as like one of our own family members being like, you know what, that was my favorite stream we've ever done. There would be something of like Mr. Beast being like, this is the best YouTuber, or your own family member just being like, that was the best thing you've ever done.
True. Ended off on a little bit more of a high note, you know?
Is family, and this will be our closing thought. Family is everything.
Family, friends, everything.
Make sure you still have, if you're starting streaming, save time for family.
True.
Like, we're probably going to be done here and going to go hang out with the family. I wanted to do one more podcast tonight, but I'm exhausted. So I probably won't be doing one more tonight. We'll probably do it another night. Sometime.
Someday.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Save time for family.
Save time.
Keep yourself safe on Twitch.
Save.
There's going to be haters. There's
Yeah,
going to be
we didn't even
lovers.
get in. There's so much more we can actually talk about. Like, we could talk about, as a streamer, when people dislike your content.
And say it in chat or something like that. But
Hey, Twitter. We haven't even touched Twitter. We haven't touched YouTube. We were just talking about different things on Twitch.
yeah. Haven't even touched TikTok.
Oh yeah, we should do a dark side of content creation soon.
That would be interesting. But not the next one. Not the next one after that.
No,
not
we
the
do.
Next one after
So
that.
the next. Oh, 1 second. I'm actually going to pull it up in our Discord. Just give me a second here. While
give you
we
2
wait
seconds.
here. This is our. I will let Ripper do our promos for our sponsors.
Our sponsor for today is Alt Customs. Alt Customs is a keyboard brand, gaming keyboard brand, where you can customize your keyboard to any extent you want it to be. We really like the black and red, kind of goes with our logoing. But
Add a
Alt
little bit of
Customs,
white
use a
there, too.
referral code down below in the either
About
description
section.
or the about section of this podcast. Click that link. You'll be sent over to Alt Customs. Use code BROFAM at Alt Customs when you go to check out.
If you want to support
Also,
us.
we are sponsored by Cinch Gaming. It is a controller brand that are completely fantastic and completely customizable controllers. They also have, instead of back pedals, they have clickers on the side, which are way more handy for your Fortnite or for your Warzone or whatever game you like to play.
Or if you're playing a competitive Pac-Man too. They are
Also
really good
competitive
for that.
Pac-Man, you know, you just want to munch on those coins. I think it's coins in Pac-Man.
It's aliens or ghost.
Well,
Whatever
no, they
version of
don't. He
Pac-Man.
can't eat the ghost because he gets killed by the ghosts.
You're eating the fruit. And you
Right?
wanna
Is
stay
it?
away
Wait,
from
is
the
it
ghosts.
cherries? Are you eating cherries?
Cherries and I
Okay.
think apples.
Apples
Not
and
really
cherries.
sure.
I thought it
But-
was gold.
So
coins.
here's the lineup for the next 4 weeks of 3 weeks technically, because this is one of the 4 weeks. So this was the dark side of Twitch. We are going to be doing what after this one. We are going to be talking about the metaverse, crypto, and NFTs. I've done a lot of research about that, and I'm gonna completely be honest with everyone. Some people may not like it. Some people may not like it. Also about VR gaming. We're going to be talking about that. Followed by what the future of gaming is going to be looking like. And finally, around May the 4th, we are going to be dropping a Star Wars podcast. So, yeah,
Pog. Let's go. Let's go.
hopefully everybody has a great rest of their whatever day they're currently listening
And I
to this
forgot
on.
to mention, use also our referral code for Cinch Gaming. Also will be in the description or the about section. Also, Cinch Gaming also uses our referral code of our
promo code
code of BROFAM. You'll get 5% off your next order. Same as Alt Customs. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys. We enjoyed talking with you. This was the Avalanche Podcast. See ya.
I do have to say before we end, I know he just did his big massive spiel of ending. That was a very good voice on ending it, Ripper. You have imagine if you could have a nice podcasting voice. I mean, not podcasting, but a nice podcasting mic.
I just ended
I
it.
know, but we're giving them a blooper reel here, bro. Like, seriously, gotta capitalize on it. Only the true ones will have lasted this long. And if you did last this long, or if you just skip to the end, go to the middle and watch the rest. Okay?
Yeah, like,
what are you doing watching the end?
What are you doing back here?
Go back
What?
to the front. This is
Go back
future
in front.
Psycho talking to past you. Go watch the middle.
Come on, guys.
And if you
What are
watched it
doing?
fully, comment down below on YouTube or tell us.
And
on
if you
Discord.
watched it fully, twitch.tv/CourageJD.